and you locked out your employees. I don't understand that. I've worked in contracts for 40-some years. I've never seen anything like this. They just lock out your employees. But when the union representative came up here and spoke to you guys, all he said was, we don't agree with what you got. It's up to you fellas then to get back and say, well, let's try to get together and make an agreement.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Can't you understand that these people are citizens of Campbellton?
That's a fair deal.
And they've got families.
I've signed
And
about
you
60
two women
agreements.
have got no money now.
Thank you.
I think you have to understand what bargaining is all about.
Okay.
And after all the time that you've been here, Bruce,
Yeah.
you should know what bargaining is about.
People
It's
are
not
crying.
people don't think they're
Crying.
No,
Pregnant.
we signed.
Getting having a baby, her having a heart off.
It doesn't bother them.
Because there's no hurt.
Une famille
No
qui
hurt.
est sous
Yeah,
là.
that's the condition. No hurt.
Vous avez une famille et des membres qui vous traînent là. Ça fait.
Money.
Ça vraiment assez là.
CEO, I don't know how much money you're saving by contracting out to Joliet, Quebec for the. I'd like to know how much money you're saving by contracting out from Joliet, Quebec, and from contracting out to these people.
Well, we have to,
How much are you saving?
well, we're not quite sure what we're going to say, but we have to make sure.
Is it local? Is it our community?
Pardon?
Is it local?
No, as far as the water treatment facility is, it works under federal guidelines. And we have to make sure that the sewage treatment facility operates to what has been, what the regulations are. The water utility comes under the province of New Brunswick under the Clean Water, and it has to operate in the same manner.
And from Joliet, Quebec?
Well, we bring people in that know what they're doing to run our system. If there's somebody here, we would certainly hire them to do it.
You do have some members.
You
You
do.
need to get the
Our employees,
Okay?
our family.
You're standing outside out there with a sign because you won't give them their job back.
That's not the case at all.
Why are they out there then? Why are they not working? Why did you bring in those people from outside to do their jobs? Can I ask a question?
So Brunswick government wants to keep our workers in Brunswick.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Anyway, listen, all we said, and all we are continuing to say, if the union negotiator, Mr. Woodrow, wants to make the call to the mediator who they requested to start with, then hey, everybody's ready to go.
I know, but there was no reason for you to lock them out to get to that. You didn't have to lock your employees out to get another people to come back to
Your
the
worship.
table.
Can I just, you want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I may, I'm just going to say a couple of words. I don't want to really get into it, but you know, you're not talking to machines out there. We're all human, and where we got to this decision wasn't an easy one. And so I just want to tell you a couple of things. One is, and the little I know, I wasn't part of the negotiating process, but we all had big hearts here, and I don't want to speak for everyone. And I'm going to keep this simple because we promised upstairs to let his worship speak, but it was a tough decision. I could go home crying at night. I mowed on for medical right there now, but I made it a point to be here tonight to speak to the people and see you face to face. This wasn't easy. The part I understand is that the negotiations fell apart because we started last spring, it was delayed over the summer months, and then we got into the fall. The challenge that we had to protect all citizens of the city of Campbellton, if there was no deal by the end of October, then we'd have no guarantee on snow removal. So then what could happen if we went past that deadline, a strike could be called, then everything we were trying to broker in a deal would be up in the air because our hands would be tied, then we'd have to settle so that we could have the streets plowed because we're past the deadline of getting somebody else to do that contract. That's, just hang on, please. So that's the dilemma we were in, and that's why you're talking about the October 31st. What happened afterwards with His Worship was trying to explain. We came here and we talked, we thought we had settled on something Sunday night going into Monday after we announced that we would be contracting out the snow. That was done to make sure we had somebody to plow the streets. That contract starts November 15th. That's why there was a bit of a problem on the 1st which was Monday, why streets weren't cleaned properly, because the contractors weren't even ready to do it yet. And the lockout had already begun, or whatever day it was, Tuesday, whatever the snow day was. I forget. So that's what happened there. So getting back to, we thought we had struck something. It went back to QP, and QP refused it. And it was a surprise to us. And the reason for the lockout was this. After October 31st and the contract was awarded for snow removal, right? In the current contract with the QP, states that you can't contract anything out. So a lockout is the only way of breaking that agreement so that you can get the job done. And we were hopeful that after that contracting out, that if a deal could be settled, because we want people, we have good employees. We know they do a better job probably than what's going to be done under a contract. We acknowledge that. Time will tell. But all I'm saying is we know we have good men. But we were stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I think the general public needs to know that. So that's what we did. Well, now loyalties as far as that, and anyway, I'm going to finish. I just wanted to say that this decision didn't come from a bunch of heartless people. I have a family too, and by any means, I certainly wouldn't want to be out or locked out or on strike. But what was asked was simply unaffordable. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. I thought it deserved that kind of an answer. I'm sorry, Your Worship, for sticking my nose.
I don't have the mic.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll be quiet.
Juanita Sandas, Dwayne Campbellton. If you would permit me, I'm going to be talking about the lockout. No employee wants to be locked out. The employees in the city of Campbellton do a great job. And I think when you look at it from all perspectives, the lockout was a very, very last and not a good resort. It should have been discussed to the point that it did not get to this. We have families that are out there hurting, that are really, really not well, and affects all our economy, everything, and plus all of us. It's very unfortunate to see that it has come to that when the employees have been dedicated and do their job like they're human. They do the best that they can, and they're doing a great job in all the departments. I would ask that this would be renegotiated, go back to the table, stop where we are right now. This has just gone too far. Some bridges will not be able to be mended after this if it continues. We will have a very big discord in our house, in our home, in our offices, in our families. I would like to know what you can offer us and what can you do and explain to say how we can amend this and how we can go forward. I would like to have your input, Mr. McIntosh.
Well, firstly, as I explained a few minutes ago, a mediator was brought in to sit and try to bring a resolve to both parties, which certainly at the end of October did not happen. That being said, as I just said, if Mr. Goodall from QP, who has told us he's handling the negotiations, talks to the mediator and...
But you locked them out. How come it should be up to you?
Oh, we could.
Can you not call him back and say tomorrow morning, we're going back to the table tomorrow morning? You can say that, right?
No, I can't say
Why
that
not?
because I don't know, we don't know when the mediator is going to be available.
We
Hopefully.
can ask the mediator and we can get the mediator back.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we're going to do our utmost to get them back. We are ready to sit. We're ready to sit at the negotiating table
When?
right away. I can't tell you that. I don't know. I'll have to make some
Tomorrow
calls.
morning?
I don't know. No, it wouldn't happen tomorrow morning.
When?
Well, I couldn't tell you that. Somebody has to talk to the mediator.
Once we get the mediator.
Yep.
Once we get the mediator.
Get your boys back to work, and then you can have a mediator come in and you can do something. You don't have to lock these guys
I don't know
out.
why you're lying about the workers.
You know?
I don't agree with that. Not everybody's perfect, and not everybody works the same way. But the lies is getting to us. To say our boys are locking and blocking roads are not true, it's a lie. And to tell your contractors not to come in because you wanted them to know that the boys were gonna do something. Our boys are standing out there and being so proper. They're not swearing like some people I could point out. They're trying not to, and they're trying to be kind to everybody, and you guys know how they work. And I've seen my man sleep 2 hours and work 16, and sleep 3 and work 16. And you have the nerve to say they're lazy? They're far from lazy.
No one has ever made that statement.
Mate, can you call say you
I can assure you that I haven't made the statement.
Well, I'm telling you, you've got to stop,
Anyway.
because I'm telling you, the lies are coming back.
You're thinking at the mediator.
Go ahead.
It's terrible.
Guys, you all know me. I've been here 27 years. We work our butts off, you know, and we get a lot of praise, but we're not out there for praise. We're out there for the citizens and our families, that they can enjoy Campbellton like I did all my life. I enjoy working for the city. And I wouldn't say I don't. But guys, I've been off sick there since March. And this is killing me, but before I went off sick, hey, you know the big, nice big storms we had, back after back after back. Well, we were out there, I was out there. And we weren't seeing our wives. We were at the shop going, that's our family, back at the shop. That's my family. I'll tell you right now, because I'm with them more than I was home. And now, here to be locked out, like I was off sick all summer, and to find out that we're being locked out, and it wasn't just last week. We heard this in June, that it was signed to get us locked out. Like, you don't know how that made us feel, made me feel. Like, I thought we were doing our best here to help out citizens, anybody else, because we went out of our way to clean streets, clean sidewalks, that the people can get out and walk. Don't have to worry about accidents or slippery or anything else. And then we got praise from Mr. Cummel. Said, what a nice job these guys did. And boys, they should have a feather in their hat. We're not out there for a feather in our hat or anything else, to be praised, be in the paper. But now, all I heard all summer, well, those guys, they were lazy, they didn't want to do any work, they were refused. All right, it's like, some people will refuse, but they did a lot of overtime. So I think, like, I know myself, I was doing a lot of overtime, and I deserve at least 2 hours sleep. Which sometimes you just get home, take a shower, the phone rang, you want to go into work again. And most of us never refused. But now, that's the only thing I'm hearing now. The city is no good. The workers are no good. Sorry, I wouldn't put that down the city because I love my city. I'll never move out of here. I'm 59 years old and I love it. My kids moved away though. Anyway, I just can't believe it there, guys. Like, I know negotiations, but there must be, like, we're not kids. We're not like at school. But we gotta try to, you know, I'm not allowed on a picket line because I'm sick. On disability, which I'm not getting anyway. But, you know, they don't even know, like, they don't even know I'm here. They don't even know I'm talking on this thing because I don't like talking. Believe it.
You do a good job.
But, no, but Bruce,
I
you know,
understand exactly.
I go to the coffee shops, and that's the only thing I can do. I'm not allowed to do anything else. I go to the coffee shops, and it's not too nice what I hear in there. And I go to Tim Hortons, and same thing in there. And I kind of go out with my wife. I even go to church, and people is asking me what's going on. And it's just over my head there, guys. Like, but anyway.
We're going to try to resolve it now, like we've always done. We've negotiated, I think, 5 contracts for the city of Campbellton. I think at one or two of them, we didn't have anybody from QB or at all.
But, you know, it's,
we're going to make, and we'll talk to Mr. Woodward.